Hello students, this time I'm going to discuss a new lesson for your week 3 and week 4. So the title of this lesson is on ellipse. You have already encountered the term ellipse in the lesson 1. This is one of the types of conic section. So as I illustrated this one in week 1 or lesson 1, we have a double nap cone cut by a plane na makakabuo kayo ng isang bounded curve. So ito po yung inyong ellipse. But by definition, when we say ellipse, set of all points in a plane such that the sum of its distance or distances from the fixed points called the foci is constant. So halimbawa, meron tayong illustration dito. So lahat ng points dito, if we're going to add the sums of that or the sum of the distances of that to the foci, halimbawa 10 at saka 5, so 10 plus 5 is 15. So lahat ng distances ng mga points dito ay 15. So ito yung halimbawa or different parts ng ellipse. So we have the center, we have the focus, okay? Dalawa yan, so tawag natin ay foci. We have the vertex, dalawa rin yan, that is the vertices. So always remember, nasa harap ni vertex si focus. Tandaan palagi. So we have also co-vertices, okay, the opposite of vertex. We have also the directrix. So this graph is an horizontal graph or nakahiga na graph. But in this case, nakatayo yung graph or tinatawag nating vertical na ellipse. So we will have also the same. We have the center, we have the vertices. Sa harap ni vertex, we have the focus. So dalawang vertex, so tawag dyan ay vertices. Dalawang focus, kaya tinawag siya na foci. So we have also the co-vertices. So we have also the minor axis and the major axis. So the same with dun sa horizontal kanina. So a major axis, it connects the two, or it is a line that connects the two vertices. Ito, dalawang vertices. Pero yung minor axis, ito naman yung nag-connect ng co-vertices. Okay. So standard equation of an ellipse. So ang ellipse, hatiin natin sa dalawa. Yung ellipse na ang center ay nasa 0, 0 or nasa origin, at saka yung isa ay nasa H and K o hindi nasa origin. So dito sa center is 0, 0, may dalawang types ng ellipse. Ang ellipse na naka-horizontal at saka ellipse na naka-vertical. So first one, ellipse with foci on the x-axis. Pag sinabing ang foci ay nasa x-axis, itong ellipse na to ay nakahiga. Pero pag sinabing ellipse with foci on the y-axis, yung kanyang graph ay vertical, nakatayo. They have corresponding equations. X squared for the ellipse na nakahiga or x, makikita ang foci sa x-axis, we have x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared is equal to 1, where c is equal to square root of a squared minus b squared, and a is always greater than b. Yung c rito is the foci. Okay? A is always greater than b. Pero pag ang ellipse ay vertical, ang equation ay x squared over b squared plus y squared over a squared is equal to 1. To get the value of the foci, c is equal to square root of a squared minus b squared, and a is always greater than b. So mas malaki palagi si a. So these are the different formulas na dapat ninyong i-memorize, dapat mong itandaan. Okay. To get the vertices for the horizontal, a, positive, negative, a, 0 formula. Opposite niya, pag ang graph or ang ellipse ay vertical, a, positive, 0, positive, negative, a. Co-vertices is the opposite of the vertices, pero ang ginagamit dito si letter b. So 0, positive, negative, b. Dito naman positive, negative, b, 0. Si foci, ipa-follow niya kasi nasa harap siya ng vertex. So kung nasaan yung position ni vertex, doon din si foci. Kung nasaan si foci, nandun din si vertex. So a positive, negative c, 0, 0, positive, negative c. Major axis, we will focus only on the length of the major axis. We will have 2a. The same with this one is a vertical ellipse. Minor axis 2b. This is also 2b, not 2a. Okay, latus rectum, we have 2b squared over a and 2b squared over a. So para mas maintindihan, let's proceed on examples. So in this case, determine the coordinates of the center, foci, vertices, co-vertices, length of the major axis or MA, minor axis or MIA, latus rectum, LR, and sketch the graph from the given equation. Equation number 1, we have x squared over 9 plus y squared over 16 is equal to 1. So, the value of a here is 16 or a squared is 16 kasi mas malaki si 16 kumpara kay b which is b squared which is 9. A squared at saka b squared pa lang yan ha, hindi pa yun yung value ni a at saka ni b. Solution, first one is we're going to get the center. So since nandito si a squared, ang formula or ang equation is x squared over b squared plus y squared over a squared is equal to 1 kasi mas malaki nga si a. So the center is 0, 0. Sa letter B naman, kukunin natin si foci, yung coordinate ni foci. So C is equal to square root of A squared minus B squared is equal to square root of 16. Kinuha si 16 dito. Minus 9 is equal to square root of 7. So coordinates of the foci are 0, square root of 7, 0, and negative 7. Bakit nasa likuran or nasa y value ang square root of 7 at saka negative 7? Kasi yung inyong equation or yung ellipse ninyo nakatayo, vertical ito. So yung inyong foci is on the y value. So 0 square root of 7 and 0 negative square root of 7. To find the value of a, ito lang yun, madali lang yun. Since a squared is 16, so a is equal to 4. The coordinates of the vertices are 0, 4 and 0, negative 4. So saan nakaposition si foci, doon din nakaposition si vertex. How about B? Since B squared is equal to 9, so B is equal to 3. The coordinates of the co-vertices is 3, 0 and negative 3, 0. Yun lang kadali. Length of the major axis to A, we will have 2 times 4 is equal to 8 units. Length of the minor axis is 2 times 3 is 6 units. The length of the latus rectum, gamitin mo lang yung formula, the answer is 9 halves or 4.5 units. Ang panguli ay, you need to sketch the graph. Ito na yung graph niya. So in graphing, you can use a software or an app, or you can draw it in a graphing paper or sa sketch paper. Marunong naman kayong mag-graph kasi you have discussed or you already know on how to graph equations in the Cartesian plane. So, i-plot nyo lang lahat ng points. We have the center 0, 0. Focus is 0, 2.65 or square root of 7. Pwede kayo kumuha ng calculator and solve for the square root of 7. Ito naman, negative 2.65. Focus, then yung vertex ninyo, vertex, we have also the co-vertex 3, 0, negative 3, 0. We have also the length of the major axis. Ito yung major axis ninyo. Kasi nandito siya or ito yung nag-connect na lang ng dalawang vertices. So we will have 8 units. We have also the minor axis 6 units. We have the latus rectum, okay? Okay, and then connect all the points. Yan na po yung inyo graph. Okay, second example, we have 9x squared plus 25y squared is equal to 225. Ito, hindi po siya naka-standard form. So ang gagawin natin, i-express natin into standard form. We need to simplify. So to simplify this one, divide both sides by 225 para maging 1 yan dito mamaya. So the resulting value is x squared over 25 plus y squared over 9 equals 1. So ito yung inyong equation. So your a squared is 25, your b squared is 9. So since the form of the equation is x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared is equal to 1, kasi nasa harapan si 25, ibig sabihin, and always remember, mas malaki ang a, so nandito si a squared. So, the center is at 0, 0, pero yung graph na ay horizontal. Nakahiga na ito kasi nauna na si a squared. So, C, to get C, gamitin lang yung formula. So, 25 minus 9 is 16, square root of 16 is 4. So, the coordinates of the foci are 4, 0 and negative 4, 0. Nasa harapan na si 4 kasi nakahiga po yung inyong ellipse. So, since a squared is 25, your a is 5. The coordinates of the vertices are 5, 0 and negative 5, 0. Since b squared is equal to 9, so b is 3 kasi square root of 9 is 3. So, the coordinates is 0, 3 and 0, negative 3. Length of the major axis, 2 times a, that is 10 units, or 2 times 5 is 10 units. Length of the major axis is 2b, so 2 times 3 is 6 units. Length of the latus rectum, gamitin lang yung formula, the answer is 18 over 5 or 3.6 units. And then panguli, we need to sketch the graph. locate nyo lang po yung, or plot lang po lahat ng given points na nakuha ninyo sa solutions. Center 0, 0, co-vertices 0, 3, co-vertices 0, negative 3, focus negative 4, 0, positive 4, 0, 5, 0, ang vertex, negative 5, 0. And then connect all the points. Ito na po yung major axis is 10 units, minor is 6 units, and then yung latus rectum na 3.6 units. So, connect all the points or the dots, yan na po yung inyong graph. That is for the second example. Yan po ang steps on how to get the different measurements or coordinates of the given parts or the different parts of an ellipse. Ngayon naman, we will solve problems in the opposite way. Given yung mga parts, pero hanapin natin yung equation. Determine the standard equation of an ellipse given the following. The first one, with focus with in 0, 3 and 0, negative 3 and has a major axis of length 10 or the measurement of the major axis is 10. So, paano natin kukunin yung kanyang equation ngayon? So, solution. Ito yung mga dapat na gagawin ninyo. Since the foci are at 0, 3 and 0, negative 3, we have an ellipse with a y-axis and its principal axis or axis of symmetry. Consequently, having an equation of the form x squared over b squared plus y squared over e squared. Babalik kayo doon sa formula kasi may mga formula tayo na binigay kanina. Nandito, kung titignan yung formula kanina, 0 tapos nandito si c. So, alin ba doon siya na equation? So, kung titignan nyo doon, ang equation ay x squared over b squared plus y squared over a squared is equal to 1. So, again, you need to familiarize with the different formulas. Since the length of the major axis is 10 units, we have 2 times a, kasi yung formula is equal to 10, which means a is equal to 5. Paano naging a is equal to 5? Divide both sides dito na 2, makakancel si 2, the answer will be 10 divided by 2 is 5. So the distance from either the focus to the center is 3, so c is equal to 3. Therefore, b, we're going to derive the formula kanina na c is equal to a squared minus b squared. Ngayon naman, ang hinahanap kasi natin si b. So, b squared is equal to a squared minus c squared is equal to 25 minus 9 is equal to 16. 25 kasi si a natin kanina is, si a squared is 25. Si c naman dito, nandito sa taas, is 3. So, c squared is 9. So, 25 minus 9 is 16. So, b squared is 16. Finally, the standard equation of the ellipse is, so meron na tayong a is 5. So, or a squared is 25 and b squared is 16. So, ang ating equation is x squared over 16 plus y squared over 25 is equal to 1. Babalik ka dito sa equation na to. Kasi nga, ang graph ay nasa vertical axis or nakatayo yung ating ellipse. Second example, the length of the latus rectum is 8 over 5 and the vertices have the coordinates of positive 5, 0, positive negative 5, 0, 5, 0. So, kung titingnan niyo ang problem, vertices. Ang vertices, ito yung basihan niyo kung nakatayo or nakahiga ang inyong graph. Kung akong tatanungin, the graph is horizontal or the axis of symmetry is the x-axis. So, automatically, pag nakahiga, yung equation natin is x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared equal to 0. Dapat yan yung mga dapat inyong tandaan. So, since the length of the latus rectum is 8 over 5, thus, kukunin natin yung formula again, 2b squared over a is equal to 8 over 5. If a is 5, okay, saan kinuha si a? Nandito, kasi vertex stands for, or yung a stands for the vertex. So, then, 2b squared, sorry, substitute the given, and then derive, simplify ninyo, b is equal to 2. Okay. So, we will have okay. Since a is 5 and b is 2, so the c is equal to square root of a squared minus b squared is equal to 25 minus 4. The answer is square root of 21. So, the standard equation of an ellipse is x squared over 4 plus y squared over 25 is equal to 2. So, yung a natin dito is 5. Okay, I think may mali. We will correct this one. Correct that one. So, dito, dapat ay 25. Dito naman sa y ay 4. Nagbaliktad lang. Okay. That's for problem number 2. Okay. I think that's it for this lesson. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me or call me in my number para mas ma-explain ko po sa inyo yung lesson na to. So thank you so much. Thank you for listening and God bless everyone.